Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? It's Mark Methods. So today we're going to be taking a look at my wife's brand new 2019 Crosstrek and its first oil change. So let's take a look at the owner's manual, and we're going to flip to the back and try to find some information about oil under the index. So here, we start talking about engine oil on 11.8. Okay, it doesn't look like we have anything about oil standards in here yet. It says to go to 12.4 for engine oil. All right, so in here we can see on actually 12.5, we need 0.20 full synthetic. We're gonna need 4.7 quarts with an oil and oil filter. All right. So for today's oil change, we're just going to need a 14mm socket, a wrench, torque wrench if you want. You can do it just by feel, you don't have to. Crush washer, oil filter, and 5 quarts of oil. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so now we're gonna open up the hood. We're gonna remove the oil filler cap. And this will allow the oil to vent while we are draining it. We have a 14mm bolt. Now you can actually use this spot right here as one of your center points to jack up the car, in case you need to get it up on jack stands or whatever. And then you can also jack it up by the pumpkin in the rear. I'll get a quick shot of that. It's right under here in the back. You can jack up the car from here too, so that you only have 2 spots that you have to push up to get the jack stands under. Makes it super easy. All right, so let's crack this off. There we go. Let's get our drain ready. It's going to start leaking a little bit before we get it out. All right, so this is our drain bolt. This is the new crush washer. I'm going to take that off. Then we're going to take the new one and put it on. All right, so we're going to grab our torque wrench and set it to 30.8 pounds, or 30 pounds is good enough. Now that we're done draining the oil, we're going to put the cap back on so that we don't get any debris in there. Now this oil filter is on there pretty tight from the factory. I tried a few different types of oil wrenches to get it off, and I had no chance with it, so I picked up this $5 or $6 oil wrench, and we're gonna try to wrench it off. I don't know why this came from the factory so tight, but it did. Oh man. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Once we get that started, it should come off pretty easy. Okay. When you're wiping, you want to wipe away from the filter so that you'll push any contaminants back into the tray rather than into the oil system. So I'm going to be using this Mobile One filter. You could use the factory if you want. I'm just going to use this because I know this is a higher quality filter than factory, at least from some reviews that I've seen. The internals of the Subaru filters are similar to Fram so which is considered a lower end filter. But if you're trying to retain your factory warranty, you will probably want to keep the factory filter in until you're outside of the factory warranty. I think for the life of the vehicle, this will be a better filter, in my personal opinion. So what we're gonna do is just put a little bit of oil on our finger for the new oil. Get that ring nice and wet. We're just gonna put that on hand tight. We don't wanna put it on too tight because then we'll end up like the initial situation where we couldn't get it off. So the last step is to fill it up with oil. According to the instruction manual, it said 4.7 quarts. So, got 5 quarts here. Let's see where it lands. Okay. That should be about it. Oh, we're about right in the middle, cold. Could probably fill it in a little bit more. So I'll just give it a hair more. All right. So we are at the full line now. So we're just going to remove our oil filter. On the bottom of the oil cap seal, I'm just going to apply a little bit of oil. These tend to get a little dry. Alrighty. So now what we're going to want to do is turn on the car and just verify there's no leaks, and we're good to go. All right, so that's how you change the oil on a 2019 Crosstrek. Like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Anything that I showed you in the video, I'm going to put in the description below. Links to it, where you can buy it, things like that. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one.